the world's most powerful battery-powered portable air conditioner. Is it worth it, or is it one glamping item you just don't need? This is the brand new EcoFlow Wave. It's just been released in Australia. Now, EcoFlow have sent me this product for review purposes, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to be honest. There's a lot of pros with this product, but there are some cons as well, which I'm going to mention in this review. Let's have a quick look at the unit itself and some of the specs before we go see it in action. The reason I say this is the most powerful battery-powered air conditioner on the market, it puts out 4,000 BTUs of power, compared to the majority of them, which is about 2,500 roughly of power. The only downside is this is probably twice the size of others on the market. Others are literally half the size of this, but you are getting double the power. Even though it is the most powerful air conditioner, I still wouldn't recommend this for home use. If you've got a big lounge room or anything like that, or unless you've got a really small room, then it might suit it. But this is best suited for your swag or a small tent or a rooftop tent. That's where it's going to come into its element. It comes in two parts, your main air conditioner unit and a lithium battery sold separately. Now this is 1,008 watt hours or 20 amp hours capacity. One thing you have to consider, not only is the unit extremely large, it's quite heavy as well. The air conditioner unit is 17.5 kilos and the lithium battery is 7.9 kilos as well, so well over 20 kilos. So that's a lot of weight to try and add to your car. You definitely don't need the lithium power pack to start off with. You can just use the air conditioner itself. Now, if you're going to use it at home, your 240 volt plug, you just plug straight in and it'll work fine. Or if you've got your inverter in your car with a decent battery setup, then you can use it. But you've got to be aware, which I'll run through shortly, it chews the power when running on 240 volts. They've made it really simple to connect the lithium battery. There's a carry handle at the back, carry handle at the front, lift it up, rest it on there, slide it back, clicks into place, connect your power adapter, and it's ready to go. Because it only comes with the 20 amp hour lithium battery, if you're running this absolutely flat out, down at 16 degrees, the man absolutely maxed out, you only get around 3 hours use out of this. Now there is several modes in this. You can put it on eco mode and you get up to 8 hours use out of it, so you get a full night use out of it. But if you want even more battery power, you can combine this with the EcoFlow Delta Max or Delta Pro to expand the battery power even more. There is a third power source as well. You have your 240 volt, your lithium battery pack. There's also a direct solar input as well, which means you can run up to 200 watts of solar. So you can be charging this during the day, so it's ready to go the next night, so you get a good night's sleep. You have your 240 volt plug, you have your lithium battery power plug, and your direct solar input. Because this is a portable air conditioner, unfortunately you have to run the ducting, but they're giving you plenty of accessories. This first piece here, if you want to run this outside your swag or outside your tent, a rooftop tent, then you'd plug this piece into the front. If you can get it the right way around, that just clips straight on. And then your 6-inch ducting just screws straight into that. And then you'd feed this straight inside your swag or whatever you've got. And you've got your cool air coming straight in. There's two vents on the front. You've got your big cold air inlet here. And this is your main vent here, outlet. This is where the cold air will come from. You got your louvers here, so you can send it any direction you want. And it pumps out heaps of air. On the back, you have your hot air outlet and your hot air inlet. Now you have this shroud here that clips on, and then your ducting, two ducts will come on here and go outside of your tent or whatever you've got. That's if you've got this inside your tent. Right down the bottom, you have a drain plug, which your drain hose will plug into. But as long as your humidity is under 70%, you won't need to connect this. It'll automatically dispense of any water that's built up, so you don't need to worry about it. It's only if your humidity is above that, then you plug your drain hose in. They've made it really simple to use. You get your power button here, just push that, it'll turn on automatically. On the left hand side, you have a turn knob and you can actually adjust your fan settings here. Set that on full. Next you have a timer, so you can set when it turns off during the night. Your temperature control button here, it's on 16. Turn that, you can adjust that right up to 30. Now it doesn't have a heating element in it, it just adjusts how cool you want it. And next mode, that's a mode button, changes between just a fan and the compressor. Not only can I control the air conditioner through the buttons, there's also a mobile app that I can control it with. If I push on the air conditioner here, brings it up. In the top, it shows me my battery percentage and the output and input. I can turn it off in the top right. I can change my temperature with the dial. I can change my fan speed, if I can get it on it. And I also change from cool Like I said, it's just the fan to save power. I can also set it to eco mode. There's 3 different eco mode settings. So I can have the lowest eco mode, which will give me an estimated 3 hours use. Now this isn't 100% battery, like I said, it's 75% at the moment. I can go to the middle eco mode, which will give me 4 hours. And I can go to the maximum eco mode, which will give me 6 hours usage. Now that'll cut in and out during the night to prolong that battery usage. The battery shows me with these 4 bars here, my battery percentage, so it's on the 3rd bar, so it's 75%. Then you have a power button, so you can either power it on direct from here, or from the power button up the top. They'll both power on and off. The starting temperature is 35 degrees inside the car. All I've done, put a little blanket over here, the 2 air hoses out the window. We'll give it 10 minutes and see how much it cools down. There's normally 2 places I will mount the air conditioner. One is on my roof here and run the hoses directly in the window there. But for the purpose of this test, I'm going to put it inside the rooftop tent. Now I wouldn't do that while I'm sleeping normally because it takes up a lot of room down the rear end. And if you've got 2 people in there, you're not going to be able to put your feet down the bottom. So I'd normally like to keep it out. But trouble is, it's not waterproof or dust proof. So if you are out in the elements, be very careful that it's protected at night time and don't leave it in the elements. Now we've tested it out in the car. For the final test, let's throw it up in the rooftop tent. Now the rooftop tent's been open all afternoon and it's about 35 degrees today, so it'll be nice and hot in there. I even shut up all the windows to try and get it as hot as possible. So we'll see how cool we can get it in the rooftop tent. Oh, finally got it up in here. I'm sweating like anything. It was 40 degrees when I just turned it on. Now I'm not going to lie, it is a pain in the ass to try and bring up in the rooftop tent. I'd try and lift it up in 2 pieces because it's just too heavy to try and lift up a ladder. And then again, the hosing I had to bring up separately as well. But it's on now. We're down to 32 already. Let's see how cool we can get it down to. Now let's talk power consumption while waiting for it to cool down. While it's on the battery power, it's really efficient. Like I said, it's only 20 amp hours of power, but you can make that last up to 8 hours, so that's really efficient. But it's when you hook up to 240 volts that it really changes. As you can see on my screen, I've got 6 amps coming into the battery. I've got 1.3 amps of loads. But that'll change at the moment, it's 1.2. If I plug in the air conditioner on the other end, plug that in now, that's 1.5, let's see it change. Once that kicks in, see what it changed and how much it draws from your batteries. You're going to need a really good battery setup if you want to charge it from this. My recommendation would be to charge from solar. As you can see, over 60 amps is taken from your batteries. So that's a lot of draw. It takes about probably 2 hours to fully charge your battery. Even if I turn this air conditioner off, you'll notice the amps don't drop at all. I thought maybe the air conditioner was drawing a lot and it's not going to take much to charge your battery. But let's do this. Turn it off. Wait for it to shut down a couple of seconds. Shut off. The battery has that built-in fan itself, that's what you can still hear. That's just the battery charging. But as you can see, there's still 60 amps being pulled just to charge this lithium battery. Besides the power consumption and weight, I wouldn't say anybody needs this air conditioner. It's not a must. It's definitely a glamping item for someone who loves their coffee machines and just luxuries while they're camping. It's definitely not anything you need. But this is something I've wanted for years. Now, I know people are going to pay me out for this, but I go camping all year round. Not like everyone else, they go during camping season, that's it, have their campfires, and they'll just stay home the rest of the year. 40 degrees, 10 degrees, I'll go any time of the year. So, like I've said, during the day, I can jump in the river, cool down. But at night time, once you're up in here, and there's no breeze at all, it's just, you can't sleep at all during the night. So, any relief at night is going to be great, and well worth the money. Speaking of, this isn't cheap. At the moment they've got a Christmas sale going, so I definitely recommend buying it now. Otherwise you're looking close to $3,500 for the unit and the battery itself. So not cheap, not essential, but a great item for camping. It's only been going for about 10 minutes and we've gone from 40 degrees down to 24. If I left this for another half hour, it would be down to 16, or I've had it at 12, 13 degrees. So it does get nice and cold. Now, I have left a link down in the bottom if you want to check these out for yourself. If you've got any more questions about the unit, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Always happy to answer. If you found the video helpful, leave a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I make lots of these type of videos. But thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!